Hello, welcome to Apocalypse Otaku. I'm your host, Shar, and I'm here to give you your anime voice actor birthdays, your Adult Swim schedule, and I do have some Jojo news. It's more like, mm, well, it's not really news. It's like, I don't, we'll find out. Anyway, there are no birthdays today, so we're gonna go right to the JoJo stuff. Alright. So it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. 5 harsh realities of being a stand user, and there are 5 perks also. Uh, by identifying their greatest advantages and worst drawbacks, we can better comprehend whether or not manifesting one is a wise idea. Stands are a manifestation of spiritual energy in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure universe, although they are not exclusively used for the fighting. The series' most prominent heroes and villains deploy them to battle on their behalves. It may come as a surprise that having a stand has almost as many detriments as it does perks. By analyzing the pros and cons of having a stand, we can gain a newfound respect for the Joestars, who have had to endure many perils for the sake of their friends. Number 10. Harsh reality. Stands can kill a user with with low power. Perhaps the greatest and most immediate drawback of a stand is that it can overpower and kill its user if it if they have low willpower. This was proven through the peril Holly Cujo was placed in when her stand manifested upon Dio's reawakening. Fortunately, it takes roughly 50 days for a stand to kill its host, providing one's friends plenty of time to figure out a solution. Moreover, being overwhelmed by a stand is an extremely rare phenomenon. Even a turtle had enough willpower to harness its abilities safely. And by the way, if you guys want to read this and see it for yourself, it's on CBR. Uh, it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 5 Harsh Realities of Being a Stand User, and in parentheses, and, and 5 perks. Back to what we were talking about. 9. Perk. Stands have almost endless possibilities and are customized based on what the user is good at. Stands are specifically customized to be as useful as possible to its host's daily life, even if they aren't fighters. A stand's special abilities, afford special endless opportunities. For instance, Tomio was a chef whose stand enriched his food. Aya Suji was a beautician with an ability to enhance the aesthetics of her clients or customers. And Rohan Kishibe, Kishibe's Heaven's Door, could rewrite reality around him to have however he saw fit. So stands are useful in that way. Number 8. Harsh reality. Losing control of a stand invites disaster. Not all stand users can control their special abilities. For instance, Scorpies, Rolling Stones bounded toward Team Bucciarati and nearly got its leader killed, turning dangerous criminals against him in the process. In more extreme cases, a stand can actively attempt to harm or even murder its master. Examples include Anubis, a scientist stand who possessed its wielder rather than the other way around, and Cheap Trick, a demon-like creature whose sole purpose was to kill its host by having others look at their back. Number 7. Perk. Stand users are attracted to each other, creating the potential for lasting friendships. Stand users are naturally drawn to each other, allowing for unique and unpredictable engagements. In some instances, this phenomenon was a detriment to the heroes since it meant that the main villains' underlings could locate them more easily. Simultaneously, it was one of the Joestar family's greatest assets. Through the nature of stands themselves, Koichi began his relationship with Yukako. Jotaro made friends with both Polnareff and Kakoyin. And Giorno was introduced to the team of gangsters that would topple Italy's greatest criminal kingpin. Number 6. Harsh reality. The stand arrow kills more subjects than it helps. which is true. We've seen this in uh, Stardust Crusaders and also Golden Wind. Should one struggle to develop their abilities naturally, the stand arrow is a surefire alternative. It has the potential to manifest the powers of anyone it touches and can even transform pre existing stands into requiems, like what happened to Golden Wind. Spoiler if you haven't seen it. However, it's more than likely to kill its subject rather than grant them special abilities due to the painful process of evolution. This was why Kicho Nijimura was becoming frustrated with finding anyone who might be able to either cure his father or simply end his agonized existence completely. Perk. Many people develop stands naturally. As dangerous as the process of manifesting a stand from the arrow might be, it's not necessary to, in many cases. Frequently, characters are born with their special powers or unlock them at an exceptionally young age. Polnareff is the clearest example of this, as revealed in his fight against Alessi. It's almost not uncommon to discover one's stand abilities at varying age stages of their life. For example, Jotaro and Joseph Joestar both discovered their powers at the end of adolescence. And as a senior citizen, respectively. Therefore, a patient person may be able to avoid the arrow's risk of death altogether. 4. Harsh reality. Stands reflect damage back to their users. Uh-huh. We saw that during the fight between Dio and Jotaro. It was more on Dio's side than Jotaro's side. Uh, but yeah. They're both good fighters. It's just it you just you get those punches and you feel it. Number 3. Perk. Long ranged stands do not reflect damage to their users. Which I think is so wrong. I think they should. Uh, Number 2, harsh reality. Sands are invisible to the naked eye, which is true. They are people like me and everybody else. For example, if it was real, we would not be able to see it. It would be like they're just standing there staring. Yeah, they're having a staring contest. And occasionally you see a little blood spurt out. It would be all it actually that would be kind of awesome to have a staring contest and get cut. Yeah. Number 1, perk. It's possible for stands to evolve, which we did find out in Golden Wind when uh Giorno's stand evolved into a Requiem stand after Giorno, I think he either mm, I think he stabbed his stand with the arrow because he didn't know if the stand and himself was going to be able to withstand the change. And if you guys have any questions about it, or if you want to know, hey, this is what a stand can actually do, I would suggest reading the article because it's actually a good read. It tells you what a stand can do, what it can't do. It doesn't go into specifics, but it does give some examples. And now we're gonna go on to the Adult Swim schedule for Wednesday, July the 21st. Starting at 8 o'clock, we have Bob's Burgers. At 9 o'clock, we have American Dad. 10:30, Rick and Morty, followed by Family Guy at 11 o'clock. After that, we have Rick and Morty at midnight. 12:30, you have Robot Chicken. At 1 a.m., you have Aqua Teen Hunger Force. 1:30, you have Family Guy. 2:30, Bob's Burgers. After that, at 3:30, you have Rick and Morty. And then Mike Tyson Mike Tyson Mysteries at 4 a.m. And then at 4:30, The Venture Brothers. And at 5 o'clock, you have Naruto Shippuden. And if you're still awake at 5:30, you have Samurai Jack. If you guys are not subscribed, please go ahead, hit that subscription button, ring that bell, give us that thumbs up if you're liking what we're doing, and share us with your friends, your family, and anybody who likes anime, the MCU, or all the above. So, on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video.